So, last weekend, my friend Steve and I decided to take a much-needed break from our daily grind and join his Uncle Bob on a fishing trip. Now, Uncle Bob is what you'd call an old-school fisherman, with his trusty vintage tackle box and a collection of stories that could stretch from here to the moon. As we set up on the lake's edge, Uncle Bob rummaged through his gear and, much to our bewilderment, pulled out a rubber chicken. With a wink, he declared, "This here is the secret weapon, boys." Steve and I exchanged a look that perfectly encapsulated our skepticism, but hey, who were we to question a man with decades of fishing wisdom? As the morning sun rose higher, Uncle Bob diligently attached the rubber chicken to his line and cast it out with the confidence of a man who had just discovered fishing's holy grail. We chuckled, half expecting the rubber chicken to float idly, scaring off any fish within a mile. But to our astonishment, the line went taut, and Uncle Bob began reeling in something with the fervor of a man who'd just hooked the Loch Ness Monster. We watched in disbelief as he pulled up a sizable fish that looked more amused than alarmed to be plucked from its watery home. The fish, a rather peculiar-looking bass, flopped onto the deck, seemingly chuckling with every flip. Uncle Bob grinned like a kid who'd just pulled a quarter from behind our ear, and Steve and I couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of it all. It was as if the fish had been waiting for this moment, lured not by the promise of an easy meal but by the comedic potential of a rubber chicken dangling in the water. Uncle Bob, with a twinkle in his eye, said, "Guess this fella has a taste for fine poultry humor, eh?" As we packed up later that afternoon, still chuckling about the day's bizarre catch, Uncle Bob leaned in, conspiratorial as ever, and said, "You know, they say fish are creatures of habit, but sometimes they just have a bone to pick with tradition." And with that, we realized the whole escapade had been one elaborate joke, hook, line, and sinker.